Here in Bruton, Alabama, Assembly Hall on the campus of Coastal Alabama North, getting ready for a matchup that has already happened once this year. These two teams met on the 23rd of September. That happened in Georgia in Cuthbert, and Coastal North won that win 3-9, winning 25-7, 25-19, and 25-12. Now ready to meet here in Bruton, Alabama. And already got a boost before the game got started in that Ella Sprouse is back. Their leading scorer, their leading killer, one of their top diggers, is back on the floor to get some reps in after a twisted ankle. Not going to play every set, probably, but in to try to get conditioned up for the next conference game, which will happen on Wednesday. Hi, everybody. Robert Williamson set to bring you the coverage. 15-5 on the year are the Coyotes, facing a 2-11 Andrew Collins squad. Here in the house, 10-2 for the Coyotes. And if you really want to narrow it down, on Mondays, they are 2-0. And we're ready to get things underway with Julie Bochelle. Number one in the ACCC in aces per set. Sends it over, and we've got your volleyball on a Monday underway. Opening point belonging to Andrew. So Andrew College taking point number one. Speaking of Andrew, starters are Serenity Duranzo Gonder, Rosales Vasquez, Samantha Neely, Ellie Brannon, Jemiah Evans, Catherine Lowry, and the libero Gianna Irazo. And there's an ace drop right in front of a diving Sprouse. And Andrew Collins taking the early 2-zip lead. Meanwhile, Coastal North has Lydia Miller, Morgan Dykes, Riley Edwards, Reese St. Amant, Julie Bochelle, Ella Sprouse, and Kate Ball on the floor. Driven into the backcourt. Angelica Ortiz, by the way, joining teammates on the floor to serve. Edwards driving it over. Picked up in the backcourt and then driven into the net by the libero Irazo. And the Coyotes will pick up their first point of the game. Well, with the injury to Ella Sprouse, Morgan Dykes moved from libero to an outside hitter's position. Kate Ball came in to play libero, and she's playing that spot and plays the role of serving to excellence, serving up the ace. And for Kate Ball, that is the 37th ace of the year. Number two on the team in that category. How about two straight for Kate Ball? Well, they've already mustered up, two aces, only had 8 in that 3-set match in Georgia. Of course, you know the way aces can go. They can come in bundles and you not see another one for a set or two. Got the back set driven over by Gonder and goes long. So the opening 2 belonging to Andrew College, the next 4 to Coastal Alabama North. And it's a 4-2 contest with Kate Ball serving. Nibbled the top of the net, drives it over. 3 ball aces this service rotation. Kate Ball has been in every set this year. Total of 69. Despite her sometimes non-starting status, setting up Reese St. Amant, and she will drive it right past Irazo. And Coastal North on a run, 6 in a row. And turn it into a 4-point lead, all behind the serving of the sophomore Kate Ball. A Cottondale product. Delivered to Neely. Got that first touch in the backcourt. Dykes over and goes to Sprouse, and Sprouse will drop it in front of the inline. So there was that first kill from Sprouse trying to get reconditioned after sitting out nearly a week. Kate Paul serving it over. Ortiz in the backcourt. And from the backside, delivered by Neely. St. Amant drops it in the corner. 8 straight for the Coyotes. And the bulk of the 8 while Kate Paul serves. Paul again driving it over. Picked up by Erazo, and that'll go underneath the net. Lowry trying to take the Erazo pass, and instead of over, goes under. Andrew College, the lone GCAA team playing volleyball. That'll go into the net for Ball and stop a string of 9 in a row for the Coyotes. Andrew Collins just picked up football, playing some D1 NJCAA football. And I think we'll have an opportunity to see them in about a week and a half at Georgia Military. Launched over by Gondner. Sprouse trying to dig it out. Could not. It's a 9-4 game. Boy, it is a week filled with volleyball. Volleyball tonight, volleyball Wednesday, volleyball Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Boshell over to Sprouse. Sprouse off the net. Ortiz able to get there. Bumped up by Gondner and sent over by Ava Dickens. Reese St. Amand going wide. And it's been a game of spurts, 2 straight from the Fighting Tigers, then 9 in a row from the Coyotes, and now 3 straight from Andrew College, turning it into a 9-5 game. Served up by Gondner. Free ball over by Sprouse. Setting up the mid part of the floor. It is dinked over by Evans. Ball with the back set. Stepping up Edwards. Drives it into the backcourt. Over to Dickens, who will launch it over. St. Amant. And is blocked by Jemiah Evans. Fighting Tigers draw to within 3. And Gondner will serve again out of Ruskin, Florida. Played her prep ball at Leonard High. Floating it over to Dykes. Boshell to Sprouse. And she'll go wide. 5 in a row now for the Tigers. And they are right back into the ball game with Gondner again serving. These teams played there in Cuthbert on the 23rd. 1-point game. A 7-point lead evaporates. And Andrew Collins down by just 1 with Gondner again to serve. But on that particular day, tops in kills for Coastal North was Miller. And tops for Andrew Collins was Evans. We're tied up at 9. 7 straight from Andrew Collins. And the big lead going was 7. It's none. Gondner again on the serve. Floats it over to Dykes. Boshell setting up Sprouse. Tips it. And you got 2 hits from one player. I think it twice hit Evans. Well, let's see if the Coyotes do that. Go on one of those runs. 2 straight for the Tigers. 9 straight for the Coyotes. 7 straight for Andrew. And now Reese St. Amant will serve as the Coyotes hope to start a string of their own. I mentioned all the volleyball. A lot of it is here. Driven over by Dickens. Ball able to get there. Bumped over by Edwards. Into the backcourt. Shoved to the other side of the floor. And it will be Evans that drives it too strong this direction. I make that Dickens. And you've got 2 in a row for the Coyotes. Got a little miscombobulated or discombobulated. And a search for the volleyball came right here in the corner. Checking into the lineup is Abby Matthews. Boy, she has put in some quality minutes since getting additional playing time that seemed to coincide with the injury to Sprouts. And Abby Matthews has certainly responded appropriately. And right there, the kill to extend the lead to 3. Nice ball save. Sprouts got 2 and free ball sent over by Edwards. Over to Dickens. Blocked by Matthews. Sprouts into the backcourt. Quickly there in Conder. Evans will stick it into the net. And Reese St. Amant will serve. St. Amant, 21 aces on the year as a team, 205. They are the #1 team in the ACCC in aces. Checking into the lineup, Vasquez. Off the floor will go Ortiz, and that will ricochet off Vasquez. And this game of team spurts continuing. 9 straight to begin the game, at least to begin the scoring for North as that goes along, and then you had 6 in a row, and that string snapped with a service error by St. Amant. St. Amant had 1 service error when these teams met in September. And as a whole, the team had 4. Moshel setting up Edwards. Drives across court. There to return is Gonder. Bumped over by Dickens into the backcourt. St. Amant gets to it. Setting up Edwards into the backcourt and off of Vasquez. Checking into the game, Jolie Palmer. Also in is Melina Cadero for the Coyotes. We anticipate seeing everybody at some point. And right now we haven't seen Briggs, Creamer, or Westbury, or Walker. Timeout on the floor. Let's take the break, too. Coyotes by 7 in set number 1.
It's the dreaded appointment. You've put it off long enough. You've run out of excuses. And now you've got to face your fears head on. Fortunately, there's someone there who won't hold your feelings against you. Somebody whose efforts instead will give you your best selfie smile. You'll thank her when it's over. Be somebody. Enroll in the Dental Assisting Program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Don't forget, we're always looking for YouTube subscribers. We are never happy with the total. Right now, a little shy of 5,200. We could be at 52,000, would be wanting more. But don't let that need for more discourage you from signing up if you haven't. Cadero delivering with an ace. There have been a ton of them in this one. And the Coyotes push the lead to 8. That is their largest of the set thus far. Andrew College has not played another ACCC team, but they will. They'll play Enterprise State. As a matter of fact, that will happen in a couple of days. And they've got Gadsden State a little bit later on in the season. Into the net for Cadero. Their 2 wins this year over Wesleyan and Trinity. Served up by Lowry. And that is right in front of the inline from Matthews. Matthews hitting 197, but has been on the attack twice and has 2 kills to show for it. As Ella Sprouse will serve. 17 aces on the year for the .340 hitting Sprouse. Shoved over to Brandon. Brandon tipping it over. Back set to Palmer. Palmer had to reach back to get it. First touch from Erazo. Blocked by Matthews. Well, didn't I say Abby Matthews has been impressing since getting additional playing time? Sprouse with the serve. First touch from Erazo. And that's shoved over for the point by Brandon. Lydia Miller back into the ball game for the Coyotes. Miller was the top killer for the Coyotes in the first meeting between these two. Served up by Neely. That is smashed over by Miller. Back to a double-digit Coyote lead. Matthews coming off the floor and checking into the lineup to serve is Morgan Dykes. 18 aces for Dykes this year. The Sneeds high school product. She and Sprouse from Sneeds. I like this small school talent on this Coastal North roster. The back set able to get it inside the antenna. Vasquez, it'll drop in the corner. But with the Coyotes, you've got Sneed, Liberty, Cottondale, all represented. Allie Brannon from Woodbury, Georgia. Serving it up, Miller driving it through the Evans block, but able to get to it was Neely. Driven over by Gonder, bumped over to Miller. Tips it over that front line, but able to retrieve is Gonder. Canero to Dykes, setting up Palmer across court. Brannon there. Into the backcourt from, I believe that is Vasquez. It will drop in front of Jordan Allen. And the Coyotes with a 10-point lead. Bochelle back in and serving. Edwards checking in. Canero coming out. Into the net from Bochelle. We have made a couple of trips to Andrew College. They have hosted some baseball in years gone by. So I've had the opportunity to be there for baseball. It seems like we did some basketball too one year. I love that facility, that turn of another century, not the last one. Architecture. Sprouse going a little long. I guess when you get old, you like old. I love that era of architecture. Off Evans and Reese St. Amant has the Coyotes to within one. Lydia Miller serving. Picked up by the libero Erazo. Evans trying to reach and tip it over, could not, and the Coyotes will take the opening set in this one. So one in the books, and after one, home team by 10. Set number 2 coming up.
frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
The University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
1 set in, Coyotes will win it by 10 as we get ready for set number 2. As I mentioned, a lot of stuff coming up here on JockJive. Let's take a look. Wednesday, Coastal North playing Coastal South right here on this floor. And then on Thursday, we'll head to Bay Minette and Coastal South as the Coyotes play host to Wallace-Selma. Right back here on Friday. And an 11 a.m. matchup against Meridian College. And a 3 o'clock showdown with Southern Union. And then Friday night, Bayside Academy football. Big win last Friday for the Admirals. They don't need to overlook Cottage Hill, and they've got them on the slate Friday. Back to volleyball on Saturday with the Coyotes of Coastal South taking on Northwest Mississippi. And then the rest of Saturday and Sunday, lots of fall baseball. ABC Fall League at Wicksburg High School in Alabama, and the Showcase Series. This week in, I think, Hammond, Louisiana, at Southeast Louisiana. And we'll have all the action for you right here on JockJive. Ladies swapping sides of the floor. And we are ready to get set number 2 underway. Coyotes trying to take a commanding 2-0 lead. Andrew College would like to knot it up at 1 each. And if you're looking at 3-set matches, Coyotes are 9-2. And in 3-set matches, Andrew College 0-9. They haven't won a 3-set match. St. Amant dropping it into the corner. And the opening point in set number 2 belonging to the Coyotes. And Julie Beauchelle will serve. So obviously the Coyotes would like to have the Tigers 0-10 in 3-set matches. Tigers would like to win their first and force at least 4 this afternoon. Serenity Durazno Gonder out of Ruskin, Florida, serving. She was serving when Andrew College went on that 7-point tear. That got them from down by 7 to tied at 9. Walker going a little long. Kylie Walker checking into the ballgame for the Coyotes. And that number of unused Coyotes dwindling. I think we're down to now Westbury, Creamer, and Briggs. A little unusual not to see Briggs. She's often a starter. But haven't seen her on the floor thus far. Gardner to serve again. Gardner hit .333, 12 total attacks. The last time these two teams met, nice dig out by Palmer, sent over by St. Amant. That is Dickens aiming for the corner, ball able to get there. Bochelle setting up St. Amant. She'll drop it in front of the inline. And the run of Tiger points snapped at 3. Kylene Walker serving. Kylene with a single ace on the year. The only Coyotes without an ace, Palmer, Edwards, and Williamson. Over it goes to St. Amant. And that will wind up over here in the corner. And tie the game at 3. So Williamson won't have an opportunity to pick up an ace, not dressed out today. Edwards typically doesn't do a lot of serving. Well, that was just an excellent job by Dickens to get it inside the antenna across the net. And then Palmer will shove it right back into Dickens, and Dickens drops it on the Tigers' side of the floor. And the Coyotes, who led it 1-0, now have that lead back. Launched over by Walker. There's Briggs on the floor. She will send it over from the left side. Lobbed into the backcourt by Dickens. Walker able to get there. Briggs. That ricocheted off 3 Tigers. And the Coyotes with a 2-point lead. So now we're down to Creamer and Westbury, the lone Coyotes who have yet to step onto the floor. And as I mentioned, I feel certain they'll be here at some point too. Dickens back onto the floor. Lowry trying to send the free ball over, goes long. And the Coyotes have doubled up on the Tigers with Walker serving again. That will go into the net. Kylene Walker played in 2 of the 3 sets when these two teams met previously. And had a service error that day too. The libero Erazo serving. Dykes, over it goes to Briggs. Lowry bumping into Dickens from the left side. Walker in the backcourt. Bochelle the set. Reese St. Amant drives in. Erazo there. Tipped over by Lowry. Bochelle mid part of the floor. Palmer into the backcourt. Ortiz retrieves. Shot over by Brannon. And trying to dig it out with a pancake is Gardner, but can't. And the Coyotes will expand that lead once more to 3. Matching their largest in the set. Reese St. Amant on the serve. Floated over to Dickens. Lowry pumping it back over to Dickens. Walker first touch and touched the roof too. Palmer shot blocked by Dickens but out of bounds. And Reese St. Amant serving again. On the road, as that drops into the corner, Dickens thought it was going long. It was perfect. And St. Amant with the ace. Tigers on the road 1-6. They've lost 7 straight since that win over Trinity. Bumped over to Dickens. She'll get it through the Palmer block. And Catherine Lowry will go back to serve. 5 serving 9, set number 2. Opening set was a Coyote win. Boschel setting up Savannah Creamer. And driven back over by Briggs. So Savannah Creamer getting into the game. She has appeared in 24 sets, 16 matches. And here comes Westbury. So we have seen every Coyote now that is dressed out get onto the floor. And we'll see how much playing time Sprouse gets. Sprouse, when fully healthy, almost never comes off the floor. But trying to nurse herself back to 100%, we may or may not see her again. Shoved over to Briggs, and that will find its way through the block of Brannon and Vasquez. And Melina Carrero will serve. I don't know, I kind of feel like we may see Sprouse sit this set out, maybe come back for the next. Driven along by Dickens. Coyotes with a big conference matchup on Wednesday here on their home floor against Coastal Sal. A lot of volleyball here for the Coyotes this week, but after this week, they're just not here very often, if at all. Over it goes from Creamer and drops it in front of a diving Jordan Allen. And the Coyotes expand the lead to 8. Into the backcourt to Gonder. Free ball sent over by Erazo. Over it goes to Briggs, and it's blocked by Ellie Brannon. And the Brannon block puts the serve back into the hands of the Tigers. Neely checking onto the floor to do just that. The Pearl High School product from Pearl, Mississippi. Aims for the corner. Walker's there. Carrero for Westbury, and I thought that got fingertips, but apparently did not. Brannon apparently pulling them away. Seven serving 13. As Neely launches it over Walker, first touch. Back set, Creamer into the backcourt. Over goes to Gonder, and Gonder goes wide. And the Coyotes doubling up on the Tigers. Briggs serving. Briggs with 3 aces this year. That'll drop in front of the in-line from Ellie Brannon. And the serve back over to the team wearing navy blue. Ellie Brannon doing the honors. Of course, these days, the blue could have a different name to it. I mean, there's so many colors now. It used to be like 8 or 10, right? Creamer driving it over, trying to dig it out, was Allen and couldn't. But I'm going with navy. Although, admittedly, it might be a little lighter than navy blue. Nibbled the top of the net and goes over for Creamer. She picks up the ace. 6th one of the year. And the Coyotes now with an 8-point lead. Vasquez putting it back onto the floor. Two-handed Erazo shove. And Insane Amon sends it into the net. Hey, while you're subscribing to our YouTube channel, a few more voluntary, not mandatory assignments. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Floated over by Ortiz. Ortiz with a set. Gardner driving from the left side off St. Amant and Westbury. And by the way, while we're talking about the GCAA, our thoughts and prayers going out to the commissioner of the conference, Dave Elder. His father passed away last week. And we certainly remember Dave Elder and his family. (16-11) game. Over it goes to St. Amant. Gardner. Dropped it in front of the inline. Tigers getting closer. Ortiz to serve again. Serving 16. Shoved over by Cadero right in front of Dickens. And check that, that was Neely. Snaps a string of 4 in a row scored by the Tigers. Boschel coming in to serve. 61 aces on the year for Boschel. And nearly another there. Nice dig out by Arazo. St. Amant over to Boschel to Walker. Ortiz first touch. Evans last minute get to. Over to Dykes. A little joust on the net. Sent over by Palmer. Over to Gardner. Sends it over Palmer and picked up by Boschel. Ball to Walker and she goes long. Gardner serving. Not quite a 50-50 split when you look at freshmen and sophomores for Andrew College. I would say maybe just a little freshman heavy. St. Amant going wide. It's a 3-point game. It was 8 not long ago. 3 now. And 14 is serving 17. Floated over the ball. Boschel, left-handed by Palmer. Ortiz back over to Dickens. Into the corner, ball. Errant pass, and Dykes couldn't get to it. It's a 2-point game. We are better than halfway through set number 2, and we have had 1 called timeout in the set and a half. Dropped over by Gardner. It's a 1-point game. And that long timeout called by Andrew. Coastal North hasn't used a timeout yet. If we're tied at 17, will they? Gardner floats it over. Boschel back over to St. Amant. And that goes long. Did it get fingertips? No. We're knotted up at 17. Gardner will serve again. Andrew Collins has not led since it was 3-2. Evans winning the joust with St. Amant. And the Tigers take a 1-point lead. Their last lead was 3-2. Now up 18-17. And they've erased an 8-point Coyote lead. (18 each) with a serve back over to the Coyotes. And it will be Kylie Walker serving. (18 apiece, set number 2. Andrew College trying to force 4 sets, at least 4 today, after losing the opening set. Setting up St. Amant, drives it across. Evans able to pick it up. Free ball by Razzo, but there was a lift on the Evans illegal hit. And the Coyotes with a 1-point lead. Walker, wow, right in front of the inline for the ace. It is Boschel that leads the team in aces. But velocity on serve, it might be Walker. That one will go a little bit long. A 1-point game with Erazo serving. The Tigers have only been in 2 4-set matches. And though the Coyotes don't want to go there, they've been unbeaten in those 4-set events. St. Amant just driving it into the corner. (21-19) lead Coyotes. Set number 2, Coyotes trying to make it 2 straight. St. Amant with the serve. Gonder there first. Nice block by Kramer on the shot by Brannon. And it'll be the Tigers who take their second time out of the match, first of the set, down by 3.
Happens so quickly. 1 minute you're driving to the store and then you ask yourself, am I hurt? Are they hurt? Who should I call? I just want to go home. And then someone appears. Somebody who lets you know you're going to be okay. Be somebody. Enroll in the EMT program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Coyotes trying to win their 53rd set of the year. Came into the day 51-22 in sets, but obviously it's matches that matter. 15-5 overall, losing 2 in a row. And the last 2 they lost was to a team they swept earlier in the year. Jones lost 3-2 and 3-0 in Mississippi. Blocked by Briggs. Lowry trying to drive it over. Briggs there for the block. And Reese St. Amant will serve with the Coyotes needing 2 to take a 2-0 lead. In front of the inline, Gonder thought it might go long. And the Coyotes at set point. Reese St. Amant, 21 aces this year. Hitting .340. First touch, Dickens, two-handed shove over by Ortiz. It's effective. St. Amant can't get there. Lowry serving for the Tigers. And the Tigers have already had their best set against the Coyotes. Their best set when they played in Cuthbert was 19-20 in this one, and the error by Lowry has put an end to set number 2 and sent the Coyotes up 2-9 as we get ready for set number 3. There you see your 25-15 and 25-20 totals as the Coyotes lead it by 2.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Here's the 7 guy. Right up the middle, base hit, back-to-back base hit. Starter with a double. The single from Cumbie coming to the plate and tagged down at home. Coyotes trying to go to 10-2 in 3-set matches and 11-2 here at the house. And I'm taking the first two, 25-15 and 25-20. Again, a reminder of what's coming up here on JockJive. We're back here on Wednesday for volleyball at 9 o'clock. As that other set of Coyotes comes into town, the Coastal Alabama South Coyotes. Next night, off to Bay Minette, Wallace-Selma taking on Coastal South for a 5 p.m. showdown. Friday, got a couple of events happening here. 11 a.m., Coastal North and Meridian College. And then you've got a 3 o'clock matchup with the Bison of Southern Union. And then on Friday night at 7, high school football, Bayside Academy and Cottage Hill. Or volleyball again on Saturday, as Coastal South will take on Northwest Mississippi. And then the rest of the weekend, it's baseball. ABC Fall League in Wicksburg. And the Showcase Series in Hammond, Louisiana. And it's all right here and all this week on JockJive. Getting ready for set number 3. A couple of Coyote wins by 10-5. Tigers coming in 2-11. They've lost 7 straight. We're hoping to make this the match that snapped the losing streak of 7. Well, if they're going to do that, they're going to have to play 5 sets this afternoon. As the Coyotes lead it 2-9, and Molino Cadero will serve it up to get set number 3 underway. Over to Evans, tips it across. Cadero is there. Ball bouncing it over to Palmer, drives it. Got the set for Gonder, tips it over, and Sprouse back onto the floor. Gets some reps and sends it to the front line. And it looks like he had a couple of hits on one side of the floor. And it'll be the Tigers that pick up the opening point in set number 2. I think that was Sprouse on the set, hitting it twice. And Ortiz will serve. First touch ball, Cadero setting up Creamer into the backcourt. Neely, Gonder dropping into the corner. Ball had a chance, but thought it was going long. And it will drop into the corner. Tigers take a 2-zip lead. Their largest lead of the match has been 3. Leaded by 2 currently. Miller driving it. Nice block by Gonder. Ball setting up Sprouse. Into the backcourt to Neely. Evans driving it over. And the Tigers will match their biggest lead. Leading at 3-zip with Ortiz serving. Into the backcourt to Sprouse. Canero setting up Kriener. Flips it across. Able to get underneath was Erazo. Gonder sending it over. Somehow Ball just strong arms it on the free ball. Over to Evans, and Evans drops it in the corner. Tigers jumping out to a 4-0 lead. And Ortiz serving again. And serves into the net. Serve back over to the Coyotes. Lydia Miller to serve. 4 aces this year for the 181 hitting Miller. And she will match the Ortiz error. And that lead is back to 4 for the Tigers. Gonder serving. As Palmer steps onto the floor, off is Miller. Paul able to get to it first. Free ball sent over by Palmer. Into the backcourt to Gonder. Over to Dickens, blocked by Creamer. Over it goes to Sprouse. Shoves it into the corner, and it's a 5-2 game. Kate Ball serving. Here at Assembly Hall on the campus of Coastal Alabama North. The former Coastal East and the former Jeff Davis. That'll be off Dickens. Well, Kate Ball's been logging in the aces. And has yet another one. That should have her over 40 on the year. First touch, Dickens. Ortiz back over to Dickens. And will aim for the corner and go just a little bit long. Kate Ball serving. The former, I think, Hornet from Cottondale. I believe that's the Hornet mascot. Over to Evans, and Evans just missing everything. We're tied up at 5. Hey, don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We want more. Into the corner, Gonder there. Little flick over by Evans. Bounce to Sprouse. Good block by Evans and Lowry, but returned by Matthews. Over to Evans. Well, she's been effective in that corner. Well, the ultimate goal is like $1 million. Now, we probably will have to be in business for about 50 years to hit $1 million, unless something, really odd happened. But our next stop is 5,200 subscribers. Off the roof from Gonder. But hey, it's just one more that we need. One more. And one more. All right, I'll get back to the volleyball. Forget about YouTube. Lowry, cross court. Sprouse is there to drive it from the left side. Westbury driving and Gonder able to get underneath. Ortiz setting up Brannon, who sends it into the net. And the Coyotes will grab a 1-point lead. Julie Moschel on the serve. Floats it over Gonder underneath. And Ortiz was trying to set up Brannon and couldn't. Moschel again on the serve. Over to Lowry, blocked by Sprouse. And it is Boschel who will serve. When they played in Cuthbert, Georgia, North won at 3-0. Trying to win at 3-0 here. That is off. I thought of Matthews, but apparently didn't get the fingertips of Matthews. Able to yank him down and get him out of the way. And Boschel will serve. Gonder over to Ortiz. Flicks it over. Sprouse able to get there. Boschel tips it over, but put right back by Brandon. Westbury got the top of the net and sends it over. Coyotes in a set the Tigers have got to win if they want to have any chance at a W. Coyotes trying to seal it here, up by 5.
Being a patient can make you feel helpless and vulnerable and scared. You're dependent on others to get well. Your care is in someone else's hands. Someone who, up until today, might have been a stranger, but somehow they know how you're feeling. Somebody who sees you as more than just a patient. Be somebody. Enroll in the nursing program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Coyotes hoping it's the last set of the day. Andrew Collins wants to play 2 more. Set number 3 and a 5-point lead for the Coyotes, with Boschel again serving. Gonder on the receiving end. Over to Dickens. Tips it over and Westbury puts it right back. Boschel will serve. Nice retrieval by Erazo. But there for the putback is Matthews. Boschel again serving. Got the ace off Gonder. Best in the conference in aces per set. Boschel delivering again. Over to Erazo. Ortiz. And that will hit the line judge, which obviously means it is out of bounds. Boschel serving. Floats it over to Gonder. Setting up Neely. Little dink over. Or make that Brandon, by the way. Sprouse. That wasn't a dink. That was a I'm back. Kill from Sprouse. And Boschel will serve. To Erazo. Ortiz pumps it over to Dickens. Drives it. Sprouse tips it over and drops it in front of a diving Ortiz. And the Coyotes by 11 in a match in which they have not used a single timeout. Ortiz into the net trying to get the back set. And Boschel serving again. As I mentioned, the number 1 team in the ACCC with aces per set, nearly 3% as a team, and there's another one for Boschel. As a matter of fact, in the conference, in the top 5 in 5 out of 6 team categories. Kills percent, hitting, assist percent, blocks percent, service aces percent. The only category they're not in the top 5, digs percent. Into the backcourt to Dykes. Shoved over to Matthews. She'll drive it over. Ortiz able to send it to Brandon. Back over it goes to Sprouse. Dinks it off Lowry. And the Coyotes 5 away from going 16-5 on the year and snapping that 2-game losing streak. Bochelle serving and going 2-0 against Andrew College. 10-2 in 3-set matches. 11-2 on the year and 3-0 on Mondays. Brandon driving it over. Bochelle digs it out. Ball reached over Bochelle to give it to Westbury. And that will hit the roof and come over. And if it's going to hit the roof, it's got to stay on your side of the floor, and you bring it over legally, hitting the roof and then sending it to the other side of the floor, a no-go. Brandon able to shove it through the Matthews block. Allison Catherine Lowry back to serve. Drives it over to Matthews. Set back to Matthews, and she will drive it through Tiger fingertips. And Ella Sprouse will serve. Tigers coming off the floor. Lydia Miller checking in. Everybody wearing a Coyotes jersey has had an opportunity to get on the floor in this one. Sprouse serving. Erazo there first. Allen tracks it down, and then it is sent into the net by Dickens. There was one set when these two teams met in Georgia, when Coastal North limited the Tigers to single digits, an ace from Sprouse. And that was the opening set, where the Coyotes won 25-7. They are a point away from having a finishing set 25-7. Sprouse drives, Erazo there. Gondner bumping it over to Vasquez. Westbury into the net. Obviously, the Tigers have got to play perfection. One miscue and the set and match is over. 8 serving 24. Launched over by Neely. Bochelle with a set to Miller. Gondner able to get underneath. It is pumped over to Vasquez. Tips it over, ball there. Bochelle back set. Westbury drives it. It is blocked by Brandon. And the Tigers keep it alive. Serving again is Neely, the freshman from Pearl, Mississippi. Over to Miller. Back set. Matthews will end it. And there is your volleyball on a Monday here in Brewton, Alabama and Coastal North. A sweep by the Coyotes, who have got a day off before they host another litter of Coyotes, the ones from Coastal Alabama South. 16-5 now on the year go the Coyotes. 2-12 are the Tigers. Thanks so much for watching our coverage. A reminder that we'd love to have you as a subscriber to our YouTube channel, a purchaser of our premium channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Thanks to Daniel Head, the AD, for the opportunity. Thank you for watching. For JockJive, I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.